What is up, everybody? Silververse TV here today, and boy, oh boy, they even found. Not only were Sony fanboys being jealous about Elden Ring taking the spotlight of Horizon Forbidden West, they even found senior quest designers who made this Horizon Forbidden West game throw shade at Elden Ring because it took Horizon Forbidden West spotlight. This is kind of amazing right here. So this guy who they found is a senior quest designer at Guerrilla Games on Horizon Forbidden West. And this is what he stated, where people are having a conversation about Elden Ring, comparing the two games. So someone said, the fact that Elden Ring scored a 97 Metacritic is proof that reviewers don't give a flaming crap about game UX. My life is a lie. I'm not sure UX means user experience. I don't know UX means. I don't know. Nor PC graphics, stability, and performance apparently. Then this guy responds and says, nor quest design really. So he thinks the Horizon West has better quest design than Elden Ring. So it's just funny how, these guys are throwing shade at this Elden Ring game. I was like, that game to score higher than your game. Get over it. It kind of stole the spotlight from your game too, but they should just be happy that this game is still going to sell pretty well. Because I'm pretty sure Horizon West is going to still do great in sales because it's still probably going to do great in sales. But this is kind of like the second time this has happened, or this spotlight for this game has been stolen twice. The first by Breath of the Wild when that game released, like in 2017, I believe, and now in this year with Elden Ring. So it's kind of funny. And this is the guy that pointed out. He said the Elden Ring is so good that it's making the Horizon Forbidden West developers cry on Twitter. Don't be upset by Elden Ring Steal Your Thunder. Instead, take notes on how to make a real open world game. So this is some funny stuff right here. You even got people who design the games being salty about Elden Ring success. It's like, geez. Let's see what people got to say about this. This guy throwing shit at Elden Ring. He says, From Software has kind of made their own subgenre of games. Elden Ring is the most ambitious offering yet and improves on the formula and did new things for the genre. So I'm not surprised it reviewed well. Maybe 97 is a little too high, but it's clearly earned 95 or so meta. Yeah, this is all I've been hearing people talk about. This is the Elden Ring game. That's all been on my timeline as well. People fighting against these different bosses and stuff like that. People aren't even talking about Horizon West anymore. They aren't talking about that game anymore. So this kind of deserves to be that highly rated. When people are talking about a game like they are talking about this game, I can see why this game is highly rated now, to be honest. So many fail to understand the approach to real adventure this game has. Yeah, it's a shame people just want to see a giant golden arrow pop above their head and follow a line until they get to the quest. So boring, no wonder Horizon dropped off. Yeah. Elden Ring didn't steal anyone's thunder. By the way, it's a Dark Souls 3 open world game with the same outdated mechanics. This dude sounds salty right here. Also, fun fact, all Soul games can be played on one platform, including the best one, Bloodborne. Elden Ring slander would not be tolerated. Take notes about how to make a real open world game. What's wrong with Horizon Forbidden West open world? They released a buggy mess of a game and then cry over Elden Ring's success. They're lucky their game didn't score even lower. This is unprecedented. I remember when a Sonic developer tweeted the Spider-Man game was held back because of Xbox gamers. What? I don't remember that, but that sounds pretty crazy right there. A game that gives you a true sense of a real journey is hard to pull off, and Elden Ring nailed it. I take a game with no HUD or a game with no directions over a screen filled with information any day. FromSoft is king. Horizon is great, but what makes Elden Ring its own tier is that you don't have a marker in your map telling you what to do. LOL, two small things in worlds but very different execution. Elden Ring's approach to game design is the best one I've seen since Breath of the Wild. This is a gem for real. Yeah, it's definitely a uniqueness where you don't have like these different, like they say, different yellow arrows like checks on a map where to tell you where to go. It's like you got actual like sense of adventure, like you're actually like exploring new lands for yourself. You got to remember like, hey, this area is where this is at, this area is where the boss is at, or etc. So it's like definitely like a real sense of adventure with this game when it's not telling you where to go exactly. It's like I could tell that because that's how Breath of the Wild was. So it was definitely a unique experience having a game like that. So I can definitely see what they're saying from this one. Okay, so it's a butthurt feelings report. Okay. So now there's Sony. The Elden Ring is better than Rise from the West. ROFL. I have to bet they are playing Elden Ring too. Yeah. What else are they playing right now? I mean, they already played Horizon. They made Horizon from West. What else are they gonna play right now? I'm pretty sure they playing Elden Ring too. They just throwing just Saudi right now. I wonder why Sony doesn't release day and date on PC. I have never seen something so sad. Wow. So apparently he's got to start blocking people. Then yeah, here blocking everybody. Apparently he's the only one allowed to give constructive criticism. uh, so his guy says, block me too while you're at it, so I can confirm my choice not to buy Horizon Forbidden West when I get my PS5 instead of buying it like I was gonna. It's pretty sad to see a dev hurting his own game sales. Maybe it wasn't the best business decision to release an open world game a week before another highly anticipated open world game. Yeah, they gotta be better with that. When they released the third Horizon game, they had to make sure it was like no other games around in that time period, because this is getting ridiculous now at this point. It's like, geez. This is like the equivalent you release like an indie movie where like when at the same time the Batman movie is coming out in theaters. It's like nobody's gonna go see that indie movie. People gonna go see the Batman. It's like maybe 3 people gonna go see the indie movie while most of the people gonna see Batman. So yeah, definitely a bad time to release that game because this is getting ridiculous. Maybe next time they try to release a better game instead of crying. If you weren't a hardcore Elden Ring fan, you would know that both Horizon Forbidden West and Elden Ring are excellent games. Imagine thinking Elden Ring's quest design is bad, lol. This dude wrote a quest in Forbidden West we had to collect a plant for a chef's beef stew. I don't think he has the right to criticize quest design, LMAO. LOL. Also, I didn't realize he worked on Epic, making one of my favorite platformers. Okay. Well, they could have released Horizon mid March, and it wouldn't have had that problem. Big L for Bug Horizon Forgotten game devs. Okay. Sony people, when they realize they have to be gameplay in a video game, my whole life has been a lie. Yeah, they're definitely a big focus on the graphics and cinematics in Sony games. This is so pathetic, LMFAO. Oh yeah, so after this was discovered, this dude he did kind of protect his tweets after that, so you can't see what he says in the tweets anymore. That's how butthurt this dude got. Oh man, LMAO, he's Saudi. What a hater, bro! Just cause it stole y'all thunder. He has a glass heart. Sorry, Elden Ring hurt you. Getting strong vibes of those Ubisoft devs who S on Red Dead Redemption 2. Wow, this is a thing. Apparently, this is a thing where these other developers just get super salty whenever another developer's game does really well. Wow. Quest designer for him equals put you on a linear narrative corridor. Yep, I agree. Instead of crying about it, try to steal the formula. Although most of the people that's playing Horizon Forbidden West are playing photo mode. Yeah, it's definitely some strange stuff right there. They're not even playing the game. They just want to look at the graphics and post photos. Bugs in Horizon Forbidden West? What bugs? Okay. Effing pathetic. Block, pathetic, gatekeeper, loser can go back to whining over losing game leader to Elden Ring in obscurity. Elden Ring, they are getting mad over nothing. I played both, and the story and gameplay of Forbidden West is amazing. However, Elden Ring combat is way more riveting and challenging, but the story is like non-existent. Horizon Forbidden West is definitely more of an open world RPG, though. Technically, the whole post is correct besides your negativity towards them. The quest is ass in the game, too vastly with no enemies. Okay. Let me go back to this one comment, though. What was that one comment up? Elden Ring combat is way more riveting and challenging, though the story is like non-existent. That's like the same thing with Breath of the Wild. Like the story in Breath of the Wild is very non-existent too. To be honest, it's like, what are you? The story is very not really there in Breath of the Wild, but the whole thing is about fighting these different, is going like exploring new lands and fighting these monsters and stuff like that. Same thing with this game. So it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing with Breath of the Wild. But that game was like one of the best games ever made in some people's opinion. So. This guy says Xbox sufferers spent days dumping on Elden Ring because it flopped on Jokebox. When did this happen? What is he talking about? Sounds like some alternative news right here. When he says Xbox sufferers spent days dumping on Elden Ring because it flopped on Jokebox and exposure awful hardware, but now it's so good because the dev criticized the sack was. You love to see it. What a wussy he is. Jeez. Horizon is dope, but you lost 50% of the market going Sony only. Attention span of PlayStation exclusive equals 2 weeks, as I usually say. So this guy talks some smack now, but has his as a block so you can't see. What a B move. I myself played tons of Swift and Elden Ring quest design as on anything this clown touched. Geez, so yeah, they were not too fondly of this guy trash talking Elden Ring, which is, what do you think is gonna happen when this is like the biggest game out right now? You trash talking, people gonna come at you, especially on what games you made, and yeah, definitely a sight to behold right here. I'm gonna include it right here. Definitely want to see your thoughts now below. If you have played Elden Ring, do you agree with what this designer said, that there's really no quest design in Elden Ring? That's a flawed thing by From Software? Leave your thoughts down below. If you agree or disagree with this guy, leave a like this video. It's always thanks for watching, and peace.